Oh, another sunny day from the mall. You know, a sunny day this time of year in Estonia, it's extremely rare. But we've had three in a row now. I wonder what that means. Hmm. So, this live stream will be the last one in this series. It's the seventh one, and this one's just for you, Quinn. No time limit this time. I'll just be randomly rambling, but I get to answer some of your questions because I'm not the only nobody who's been following the instructions. You've been following the instructions too. Sorry. So as per the instructions, mm, you're supposed to ask questions, and you've been asking all kinds of questions, and I didn't observe anybody answering them other than just this one nobody. A piece of my tooth just broke off again, so it's hard for me to speak because it got cuts into my tongue when I speak. Uh, so I you can call my accent bad teeth accent. If I had normal teeth, I'd sound totally different. Yeah. So I haven't prepared much, but I did look up some awesome scriptures. So yeah, have we gotten it down with your identity already? The identity of the victim. Repeat until it's done. So I'll just begin with repeating it. You're the Messiah. How do I know? I don't know. God told me, so that's how I know. Uh, and you have confirmed it so many times. So I'm not allowed to doubt it because that would make me even even the worst person than I already am. So it's the only way for me to be even a semi decent person is to believe you because you said this. It's one of your quotes. Everyone has beliefs, and no one can believe the truth. And everyone in the end fucking hates themselves because they look back and go, why didn't we believe that guy? So, my voice is cracking. I had this Jennifer Lawrence voice today, you know? Yeah. So, who would this guy be? Why would everybody be kicking themselves if some. Well, we have already established that it's a deity. Is it a Vedic deity? Will the people of the world be kicking themselves because there's this Vedic Vedic deity coming back? People have never even heard of the Vedas. Nobody read the Vedas. Nobody ever heard about that stuff. But Bibles are everywhere. Then there's this guy in the Bible. It's pretty famous. Everybody knows his name, and what does it say? He says, "Believe in me." Oh yeah, because he's the guy uh, who figured out how to make it so that promises come true. Because, like you said, mm, if you go through all the scriptures on this planet, which is actually impossible during one lifetime, you could never read all the Buddhist suttas. It would take more than one lifetime. However, you can really read the basic instructions. Yeah, it takes about a week to go through that book. Yeah. If you read all the things ever written and available to humans, if you go to the Vedas and look at it, I mean, this is what you said, because I never go anywhere near the Vedas. I wouldn't touch that thing with a 10,000-foot pole because, well, I never had access to that. I was given basic instructions, and that's what I did. I studied the basic instructions. And you said that they're all full of promises and nothing ever ends up as promised. So you are that guy who figured out how to make it so that the promises are fulfilled, the promises are kept, and the only way to make sure that the promises are kept is to keep them yourself, to make the promises and to keep them. That's the only way to make sure that the promises are kept, and this is what you did. Yeah. Because you promised to come back, and so now here you are. I hope you're doing okay, by the way. I really hope that all the suffering and pain is over now, because seriously, it has to be over now. So I get to answer your questions. Nobody else wanted to answer. Like, I will go back to this X Space stream from October the 1st. When you were talking with this, actually, I think there were two ladies in that X Space, and you were talking to the lady whose name I refuse to pronounce from now on because I spoke to her just recently, and she acts as if I don't exist. I think that's not okay. So from now on, I will call her nameless W. You'll know what I'm talking about. So you were talking to this nameless W lady, asking her. I remind you that she is a Christian lady. Claims to be waiting for the open-minded Christ to return. And then I suppose she's waiting to fly up in the skies, in the clouds, and then marry him, because that's their doctrine. I'm sorry, I'm gonna blows my nose. Ah, sorry. Ducky. Mm, the ducky feeling good today. Yeah, so this nameless lady, you asked her a question. Why do you need Jesus for? What do you need Jesus for? And I remember this discussion pretty well. There was not one single instance where she would have mentioned any item that she would need Jesus for. Not a single thing she would need Jesus for. So I get to answer your question now. Although you didn't ask me, but it's it's been asked publicly, and somebody has to answer the questions. If nobody answers, then I'll be the nobody who answers. Just from my own personal perspective, I need you for everything because there's no life without you. But more specifically, let's see, I need you to drink wine with you, to drink the new wine in your kingdom because uh, it says in the basic instructions, Matthew 26:29, and I quote, I tell you, I will not drink from this fruit of the wine from now on until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. And your Father's kingdom is your kingdom because your Father wanted to give you the kingdom because you are the King of Kings. So, but here, Jesus is being nice and calling it his Father's kingdom. That's New International Version. Let's read some other versions. I'm at Bible Hub. This is great thing. You can get all the different versions on one page, and there's like I don't know how many additional. You can click additional translations, and then there'll be more. There's Young's literal translation. Let's read this one. And I say to you that I may not drink henceforth of this produce of the wine till that day when I may drink it with you, new in the reign of my Father. So that's what I need you for. I want to drink that wine with you and with all your people because we're good at sharing. We want to share. We want to share it with everybody who wants it, who needs it, because there are people obviously who don't want it because they don't want your stuff. They don't want anything to do with you, but they just want to steal your name. And then, oh gosh, usually my voice doesn't leave me. Today, you're gonna imagine that we're in a movie. In that movie, you know, that Passengers movie, because I sound like Jennifer. I don't look like Jennifer, but I sound like Jennifer. Um, so that's one of the things I need you for. What other things I need you for? What other things I need Jesus for? Let's see. Oh, let's go. For the first time ever, I will go to the Old Testament because I'm more doing more of the New Testament recently. Although I know a lot of stuff from the Old Testament as well because I read the whole thing from cover to cover like 3 times at least, and then I studied it. Read many different translations, in different languages. Like I even read the Bible in Spanish, not the whole thing, but a lot of it. So, uh, Isaiah 55:1 says, New International Version, come, all who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. That's what I need you for, because you have the water. Yeah, I need water. Good water. Oh, and then there's the parallel verse. Oh, my tooth hurts. In Revelation 22:17, it's about the water. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come," and let the one who hears say, "Come." Let the one who is thirsty come, and let the one who wishes take the free gift of the water of life. Me, please. I need it. So that's what I need Jesus for. As for I need you to keep your promises. And I get to request it because I don't I don't get to ask any questions at this point, but I get to make requests, and then last one I made, you granted. You can always do so. Thanks for that one. It was a bit elusive. You may have to go at it again someday, but it was enough for me. So thanks. Here's John 14:3. It says, "And I go and prepare a place for you. I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am." So this is for all your people, all the people that have nowhere to, nowhere to go in this world. Yeah, but you have prepared a kingdom, which is not in the clouds. It's on this beautiful planet. All we have to do is just clean up the mess, take out the trash and stuff like that, and then we can have parties and yeah. Mhm. So yeah, was there something else? Yeah, you promised that things will get better and humanity will survive, and you also said you keep your promises. So who am I to doubt that? I don't. 'Cause what else do I have? I don't want to go study the Vedas. I don't want to go back to the Vedic system. I definitely don't want to go back to the law where that requires people's noses, lips, and ears cut off because of the crimes they did. I think there's a better way to take care of things, and the kingdom needs to be something else. You can like lock up the criminals and stuff, but please don't cut off their noses. That's gross. Mm, uh, okay, was there something else? Yeah, the promises. So that's this question you asked, and I answered. So about the five element system, I already said that Jesus is the five element guy. Uh, mm, because all he ever talks about is the spirit, which is the fifth element, and the four element people are the ones who don't have the spirit. They are like four four element people. They are those of the flesh, and they do the craziest things ever, and that's why the Antichrist society put you on their menu, because you said eat my flesh and drink my blood. So they put you on their menu. That's why they wanted to eat you, because they thought that if they do that in like without the without the fifth element, they somehow get life within them. But that's not how it works, because John 6:63 says, "The spirit gives life, the flesh counts for nothing. The words I have spoken to you, they are full of the spirit and life." That was New International Version. Let's see King James for a change. Where is that? And then I have to scroll down. Mm, I don't know what that is. I don't see King James. Uh, Americans. No. Oh, New King James. And King James, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh provideth nothing, and the words that I speak unto you, they are the they are the spirit, and they are life. New King James Version. It is the spirit who gives life. The flesh provideth nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit, and they are life. So there's a five element system for you right there. The five element guy. Of course, the fake ones, they turned it into a four element. system and it doesn't work, and they're running their simulations. Also, lips are crying. You need to put on some grease, lip grease. Mm, So, the four element system simulations, the simulation data is all wrong. hmm And that's the divine person, rejected by the nameless W lady. And then this other lady, I don't want to mention her name either. And she chimed in and said, "You're gonna abandon the divine person. That's lovely." And then she went and did the exact same thing. So I don't know what these ladies are about, having their cat fights, like sharing the pie that they didn't bake, stuff. Yeah, beyond your wildest dreams. My dreams are pretty wild. I'm crazy, right? My kingdom, prosperity and safety in my kingdom. It tells you that the victim, is from somewhere historically significant beyond your wildest dreams. And that was a quote from you. Yeah, like I already said, my dreams are pretty wild because I shared your dreams. They're not really mine. You were so generous to offer everybody the chance to share your dreams. Yeah. hmm So thank you for that, for this sharing exercise. So yeah, I answered this question. What do I need you for? Everything. Everything. Oh, I wanted to talk about this one last thing. Hmm, it's a song. It's a song. It's that song from your playlist. I I imagine it was important because you put it there. It's it's One of Us by Joan Osborne. Yeah. Mm, the lyrics. If God had a name, what would it be? How would you call it to his face? If you were faced with him in all his glory, and was playing a video in another tab, I shouldn't do that because it messes up the stream. I should go look up the lyrics. Lyrics. If God had a name, what would it be? How would you call it to his face? If you were faced with him in all his glory, what would you ask if you had just one question? Like I already said that according to the instructions, I'm not allowed to ask you any questions at this point. I can look it up in the instructions, but you already know what I'm talking about, right? So no questions. I made some requests, and yeah, you're great, and you're good, and you're beautiful, and I love you. Mm, not saying this to bring out the worst in you. But maybe for some people it will be. because, well, it is what it is. At some point, the time will end. It's not the end of the world, it's the end of the era. In order for, for, the, for the kingdom to begin, the old era has to end. So I see people ice in it. I don't drink water usually. I eat ice because there's no water in Estonia. The land is good, but the water is bitter. No drinkable water in Estonia, and it's like, of course, they do sell bottled water. It's local and it's more expensive than milk. It's ridiculously expensive. I have never seen local water being sold at such a ridiculous price as it is in Estonia. And it's the worst quality water ever because it tastes like you're eating rocks when you drink water because there's so much minerals in it. So much minerals. Yeah. Uh, and that's why I eat ice all the time to get hydrated. Yeah. I need water, good water. I know what good water tastes like because I lived in Spain. And Spain, France, Italy, they have the best water in Europe. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. Maybe end this, maybe not, because there's no time limit on this one. Um, about the cornerstone that the builders rejected. I went dumpster diving and then I found it. I found you. That's where I found you, in the dumpster. Because the builders they threw it away. They didn't want you. They didn't need you. They it's like the skater boy song situation we have here. So one day, there's this Christian run charity shop, uh, like a charity shop run by Christian people, and they are like putting it all over the place, saying how Christian they are and how nice they are and how they're helping people and stuff like that. But being a dumpster diver, I know how much stuff they actually destroy. It's like 50% of their donations, they just destroy them because it's stuff that they cannot make lots of money from. So they just keep the antiques and more expensive items, but everything that is like cheaper, they just they not only do they throw them away, but they make it so that nobody could actually salvage them. So they destroy them, like for glass items, for example. Um, and the boss of the store tells the employees who take out like for example, the glass. Yeah, the glass. They take out the discarded glass items and they are required to smash them to pieces. So I've seen them do it so that they make sure that if somebody goes dumpster diving, they wouldn't be able to salvage anything, so they destroy everything. And other items, they just go into garbage press. So on a very rare occasion, you would be able to salvage something because yeah, it only you could do it only at the point when they are actually like throwing something out and you sneak in and grab a box and run. So once I did that, and there was this brand new picture frame wrapped in bubble wrap and packaged in cardboard box. It was brand new, and I took it home and I opened the box and see what's inside. And this was there. It's a little plastic thingy, a plastic picture frame with an inspirational quote inside. Palugaya değil antaksem. It's Matthew 7:7. They didn't need it. So I fished it out and I followed the instructions. This is one of the favorite parts of the instructions because uh, the whole thing it can be pretty traumatizing to study, but this is the good part. There are good parts, and yeah, Matthew 7:7. This is what they don't need. This is what the Christians don't want. But I followed the instructions. Matthew 7:7. Let's look it up. What is it? What's Matthew 7:7? Uh, New International Version is not my favorite, but it's here at the top. So I'll just read this one. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a promise, huh? Right? It does. So it also sounds like a set of instructions, like really simple instructions. Yeah. Keep on asking and you will receive what you ask for. Keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. So that's what I did. What if God was one of us? Of course, He's one of us. Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus trying to make his way home. If God had a face, what would it look like? I already told you that. And would you want to see if seeing meant that you would have to believe in things like heaven and in Jesus and the saints and all the prophets? Yes, please. Yeah, yeah. God is great. So here's that song. But I'm calling on the funny phone. Nobody, nobody picking up because I have 0 people in my stream watching. 33 minutes, 34 minutes. What else is there to say? I think I already said it all. Come back. We need you. There are so many of us that need you. Uh, Ducky, ducky. What else I need you for? I want to play singing bowls with you. Uh, I only have one, but it's the most amazingest one ever. I have it with me today. I cannot play here, not because it's small. Nothing will happen if I play it. I mean, nothing bad will happen. But the thing is that this the microphone on this laptop is so bad, you won't be able to pick up the sound unless I try to step further back. Another thing I wanted to tell you uh, about singing bowls. Um, to to make up for the damage I've done to you. I have nothing. I'm a bum. I'm a homeless person. I make like €2 per day. Yesterday I made 170. So there's not a lot of money I can pay. But I could do the dishes. Yeah, I could do the dishes. I could clean all your bowls because look at this one. Look how clean it is. And guess when I cleaned it? 5 years ago. Dude, I cleaned this bowl 5 years ago. Not just cleaned it. I did the whole maintenance routine, which I developed myself. Is pretty specific. It has a magic ingredient in it. So after you polish it and clean it, you have to apply the magic ingredient, the secret ingredient. I guess I already told you what it is, but I'll show you. It's this stuff. No, it's not a shampoo from a hotel. It is something I put in a bottle from a hotel shampoo or something. Shampoo and conditioner. So yeah, this stuff. You have to apply a layer of it to your bowl, and it will stay shiny for like years. Because the hole in the ground where I have kept this thing, it has the harshest conditions for metal because it's moldy and the humidity is over 90%. And in these conditions, the bowl would totally like develop patina and rust all over it. But this is like, oh, it's pretty clean. So I could do this to all of your singing bowls. I could do the dishes. Do the dishes for the damage. How's that sound? I don't know. I think it's not a fair offer, but it's all I have to offer. There's a baby crying somewhere. Ah. I'll try to step away a little bit from the microphone and play a little singing bowl sound. I hope it doesn't sound too awful. I don't know what note is it is. I'll have to check it out. Download an app and see what note it plays. Oh, I have bells somewhere. Bells. These bells. There are also dumpster dive I found along somewhere along the years of my dumpster diver career. These seem to be like an octave apart, but I'll have to check it. That's it. No, you say something. Whatever it is you have to do, I trust you. So you just do what you do. I don't know what it is, or how it is or how it's gonna be. I did my part and I wasn't very good at it. Nothing I ever did was worthy of you, but I tried my best. Thank you.